Yo, what is up guys, Rambling here. Today we're going to be going over 5 mistakes beginners make in Call of Dragons. These are 5 mistakes that I think anyone can make, whether you might have just started the game, or even if you're like midway through, maybe you're starting Season 2 or beyond, you can definitely still make these mistakes to this day. These are things that you definitely don't want to make. They will hinder your progress. However, they all are recoverable. So first one we're going to go over is the honor system. So as you can see here, I'm honor 13, but in the lower stages, you actually have a lot easier of a progress to get to the next level. You can see now we're pretty far. I think it starts out at 500,000 to 750, so that's about 250,000 VIP points. Honestly, really not attainable if you're not really spending a lot. A big thing that you can do is clicking on this plus and buying honor. So the first point is just not gemming your honor or VIP, especially when you are really close to the next VIP, or before. I would say probably 9, or I guess wherever far you want to go. But 9, you get plus 15% build speed, and 8, you get a second research queue. So this is one you definitely want to push for. You get 10% research as well. You don't actually get that second research queue unless you reach this level 8. It's unlike the building queue, which I think is permanent within this. No, you just have to buy it. But that's different because you can actually spend 5,000 gems or $5 in order to get that second building queue. This one, you have to get to that VIP level. So gemming VIP, especially in these early stages, assuming you're not in a very crazy whale alliance, I'm not sure how the game is going to play out later on. In our server, we only had maybe one whale and then a few high spenders. As you can see here, this was our whale. I'm in VNH on 342. This guy, 55 million, he went crazy. I wasn't really aware of him going crazy before a while, and I definitely lost a lot of gold chests doing so. And yeah, you can see here we have some 25 millions. I'm in 23, almost going 24. After strongest lord, I'm probably going to be 25, maybe 26. But that is easily the best thing that you want to invest your gems into. Apart from Rally Harp and the Watchtower over here, which are also going to require a good amount of gems to complete. However, both are obtainable through other methods. VIP is a lot harder to come by unless, like I said, you get them from chests. You either spend, you do get a good amount of VIP from doing your daily deals. I still need to buy this. If you guys need some tickets, you guys actually want 10% back on your purchases, I posted a Pluto Mall video. Again, that's going to be top right. It's going to be a card. This is a great tool if you are going to be spending, especially if you're a mid to high tier spender. You get 10% off or 10% rebate back on what you purchase. So if you buy a $10 ticket, you get a $1 ticket voucher in return. This is also in other games like Rise of Kingdoms, or if you play some other Lilith games like AFK Journey, they also have it there. Second one, not draining your combat points before you sleep. As you can see here, I woke up a little bit ago and I did some Darkling. In that time, I think I was probably at the midway point, and that's because I drained all my combat points before I went to sleep. It's a common thing I do, is I just send out 5 marches and just clear out whatever the highest level is. You can always check over here. You can check when the next one's going to spawn if you're not already at like 25 for season 1. I don't know what level it goes up to here. Depending on what season you're in, they're going to be higher levels. You just want to choose the highest since you actually get a lot of XP from it. And I think I'm already at like 40 plus for my heroes. They reset at 30. So I've been doing pretty well in terms of upgrading my heroes during that time. But that's very important. You really just don't want this full because you're losing out, especially on just this recovery. It's 12 hours, and over time with research, this is going to definitely go up. It might be a little longer for you depending on how early you are into the game, but this is very important. Near the end of the season, you definitely want to use these recoveries, or especially during Strongest Lord, during the Darkling stage, you definitely want to use these. Other than that, we're going to go into the next point, which is always having your building and researching going on. I don't have building going on currently because I've gotten all my buildings to 25. I'm mainly focusing on research right now. However, later on, I'm going to be upgrading all these to 24, 25. That's going to be my next goal, since you actually do get some better elixir production and daily resource healing if you get these up to all to 25. I guess you get a better overall HP bonus, but it's almost negligible to get that. But for research, you definitely just want to have stuff, especially like overnight. You don't want to have smaller cooldowns or smaller timers going on. You can probably set up like a 12-hour a day, depending on how you're feeling if you're not as active. You want to get those bigger researches done while you're away, and the smaller ones when you're definitely going to be more active and you're able to see a notification on your phone or be able to start up the next research. This also goes with training. I always have troops training at all times. As you can see here, I'm going to go over to my legions. I have a good amount on all sides. Maybe not as much here, but I have 100k, so that means I've probably trained every day 1,000 of these. So over time, you're just gonna get a lot more legions that way. Since Call of Dragons, you don't really lose legions as much. It's always good to have a surplus of them, especially in the later seasons when you're having 400k troop marches going out. You're going to need a lot of troops for that. So always having these going is really good, especially in the early game. You're just setting yourself up for success. We're going to the next point now, which is scouting. You should always have scouting going. So when a new season starts, you will have to choose where you want to go. You'll have to re-scout the entire map again. You'll start off like it looks like you're a beginner, and that entire time you're just gonna have to send these guys out. The best tip that I have is stay in place for 12 hours after exploring. It seems like a stupid feature, however, like far here, I think it takes about 30 minutes for them to return. And if they return, it's gonna take 30 minutes for them to go back. So that's just wasting time that you really don't want to waste, especially just clearing out this map. You get a lot of rewards. You do get the one stage of the Augur Stone, which allows you to, I think if you clear all of the fog, you get some rewards. So it's always good to have that going, especially early on. You also get to see what is happening around the map, and you can determine what you want to do, what your next steps are there. Okay, we're going to a next point, which is investing in wrong commanders. So there are commanders in this game that are considered gold key. So if we go over here to the altar, there are gold chests and silver chests. Gold chests have these characters. These are characters that you will get over time, and you will probably max over time. There is no reason to invest in these characters. You will get them. They, over time, like you're probably like a year in, you're probably going to have these maxed. You don't want to look back on it and be, oh, I wasted 100 universals on this character, and you have no use for them. So if I go over to my Velen, I only have his tokens there, which means I've only gotten him from gold chests or other events. But it is great to remember that. You're going to regret it later on. You're gonna get laughed at if you use your universals, especially in these gold key commanders. This does not really cover people you get from the wheel, like Madeline, Freygar, Kanara, and some Syndron, Frondil, Theodore. Obviously, you can't invest any universals into Lilia or Hosk or into Indus. These are all characters that you can get through either buying the VIP packs for Lilia and Hosk, but Indus you get for free. You can see you cannot choose what tokens you want to use. So it's good to remember, and mainly over time, there's going to be more heroes that release that are way better than what you have currently in Season 1. There are Season 2, Season 3 heroes that are out, and they perform way better than the ones that we have currently. And as the game progresses, they're going to be more and more powerful, and power creep is going to happen, in which the commanders that you invested in are probably going to be useless, and you're going to have to invest all your tokens into the next hero that releases. So it's always good to hoard them. That's what I'm doing. I'm over here, I have a lot of legendary hero tokens. I'm not really hoarding G1 or G2 tokens. These are specific to that season. So I use my G1 tokens on Kanara and Madeline. G2 tokens will be for the wheel commanders there, which is going to be Freygar, Frondil, and the cavalry people. I don't remember their names currently, but over time I will. It's just good to remember that. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below. If you guys have any suggestions you guys want on this channel, make sure to also leave it down below. Otherwise, make sure to like and subscribe. I do weekly uploads at a minimum. I'm currently trying to get a more consistent uploading schedule, but you might see up to 3 videos a week on my channel. I really want to just go over my experiences in Call of Dragons, coming from playing Rise of Kingdoms and some other city builders in the past. Alright, thank you guys.